Good evening, it's Benny here. This is a response video to Dan's Q&A video on the 22nd December 2016. On there he asked her the question, what is the one goal we want to accomplish in the year 2017? He will then break it down in the next video into little steps we can do day by day. Now I will read out my goal I wrote in the comments. I would like to be able to draw on the level to be able to make comics or mangas. Not that I would start one soon, but it's a nice skill to have. I don't just say I like to draw, because to draw a cartoon you need to be able to make a wide variety of creatures, emotions, landscapes, and you need to know how to guide the reader and make things move and create worlds. Now I will play the video part in where he breaks down my question.
Benny, for you, here's my recommendation. You need to get a drawing pad, and you need to start off just by drawing every day. I know your priority is to develop the skills necessary to actually lead a reader through a story in a comic or a manga, but I will tell you this, that learning how to draw in general first is the biggest step. And seriously, drawing every day does not have to be like a giant finished piece of work every day. It can be just a little doodle, but my recommendation to you, your daily activity is to fill up a little bit of space in that notebook. It doesn't even have to be a whole page, but just get a drawing pad, fill up at least a bit of space with a new drawing every single day. Now, if you have the time to look into drawing tutorials or to try and imitate another artist's work, or, you know, draw something in real life, like a still life or a figure or people you see walking on the street or whatever, that's fine, but not the priority. Priority for you, just draw every single day. Something simple, doesn't have to be crazy, but just draw every single day. From there, you can, once you've gotten that down to a habit, you can go on to increasing your skills and learning specific, techniques and whatnot. But to start off, drawing every single day is your #1 priority.
Dan told me to every day draw pictures, so I made a sketchbook. In this video I will present you my very first sketchbook. In there are some quite nice pictures, but a lot of them are quite simple because I didn't have time to every day draw for an hour or even a half. First I took just some random block of paper and then I started drawing. Here is the date when I made the picture, and most of the time I wrote here a comment to the picture, and in this video I will show the picture that this drawing is inspired by, if I have one. So let's start. This is just some random wolf I found on the internet. And this is a drawing from the anime V-Brain's Puzzles of God. This drawing even has a name. It's called Happy Smiley, Fluffy Smiley. It's only part of the picture, but for a start it will do. This bridge is inspired by a desolated area on the Undermoon Lake, I guess. And it has no reference picture at all. This is a long bridge on an endless water surface, and there is a water monster in there. This is the sword noob of the manga, the legendary Moonlight Sculpture. This is just a random landscape on the internet. This is from another sketchbook on the internet. Nobody knows what that is exactly. This is something I drew in the train with no reference picture at all. In this video I tried to make a portrait of some random person on the internet. This is from desolated area as well. This is the main person, the protagonist of this series, and this is one of his pets. This is Love of the manga Red Storm. It's quite an interesting manga. I recommend it to read. I recommend you to read it. So this is another landscape, but of the manga The Black Healer. Here I tried to draw an ant. In here is the picture of a fortress. This is a picture of the Metal Gear Saga. This is a logo. I often made logo if I hadn't much time on my hand. Here I tried to replicate a forest with fog, and here there are some hills in the back, but yes. Here is a coastline, and here is a snake. Here is an armadillo. I have a problem with drawing clothes, so I drew this curtain from a picture on the internet. This is another logo again. I drew this picture on the night before I had to hand in my project work. Me and another 3 persons had to create a EKG device which sends data to the doctor. I didn't have much time, so I drew this simple one. This is from a picture I drew some time ago, but it didn't work as nice as at that time. This is a castle from Trine. This is a picture from the movie Spirited Away. I never saw it, but a lot of people think it is the best movie there is. I drew this sword by heart. This is one of the better pictures, I think. This is from the manga Spirit Migration, and this is a really lovely manga, and it is a lovely picture. I drew this picture in the train again, and it don't need to represent anything actually. This is the logo of the church I go to. This is just a random thing I drew. On here I tried to draw a panther. And here a chain. This is a hobbit hole. On that day I forgot to draw a picture. This drawing is from the novel The City of the Dreaming Books. It represents a living book. This is the logo of Zelda. On that day my father had birthday. Here I experimented with drawing eyes. Here I experimented with drawing a face. This is another short drawing. Here I saw on a journal a picture of a building that looked like an animal, so I tried to draw the animal. In Switzerland there is a famous rail track, and this is one of the most famous bridges on there. It's called a Landwasserviadukt, and it is it's very high and beautiful sight. This is another drawing I drew by heart. Here I drew a landscape I saw. On this drawing I rotated a cube. When I went to the military I was a Soldat. This is a unit which transports material from one point to another with horses, and this is the logo of that unit. This is another drawing from the manga Vinland Saga, and perhaps you know, but in Switzerland there is the World Cup of skiing. It is in St. Moritz, and I also went to St. Moritz, but I went to go snowshoeing. This was the last drawing I made. And now I will go on with a new sketchbook. I hope you like the drawing. Have a nice week, Benny.